Hello students, in the last class we have discussed some of the important concepts from the organic chemistry, that is regarding with the functional group and what is the definition of the functional group and what is homologous series and nomenclature of organic compound, and we have given one example and we have seen how the functional group attaches, what is the branch chain, what is the parent chain, and different types of functional group which can join with the parent chain or the main chain, and also regarding with the IUPAC name of alkanes, that is straight chain hydrocarbons, and some of the examples related to the branch chain hydrocarbons also we have seen, right? So in the today's class further we'll see how to nomenclature the nomenclature of a branched chain, that is naming of the branched chain alkenes, and what is exact meaning of branch chain hydrocarbons. So further, if you go with the definition of branch chain hydrocarbons, so in the branch chain, the compounds, a small chain of the carbon atom is attached at one or more carbon atom of the parent chain, right? So if you take the two examples here, so out of two examples, if you take the first one, so here there are four carbon atoms in a straight chain. To these four carbon atoms, there is one carbon atom, there is CS3 molecule, which is bonded to the second carbon atom, which is generally called as a branching. Similarly, here also if you see, in the straight chain, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carbon atoms. There is CS3 and CS3 are always terminals. And at the second carbon, if you number from here, so this becomes the second carbon atom, and to the second carbon atom there is a CH2 group, further it is bonded with CS3 group, and after third carbon atom and to the fourth carbon atom there is an branching of CS3, right? So the joining of the carbon atoms, right? So the attachment of carbon atoms, it may be one or more carbon atoms to the parent chain or the main chain. Generally, these are called as the branched chain hydrocarbons. And there are certain rules for the nomenclature of the branched chain alkanes or the branched chain hydrocarbons. So we'll see what are the important rules in the identification and nomenclature of branched chain alkanes, right? So the first one is, first the longest carbon chain in the molecule is identified, right? So which is generally called as a parent chain. So if they give any compound or if they give any molecule, first you have to identify which is the longest chain, which is generally termed as the parent chain, right? So I will give further examples. So first understand the rules. The first we have to understand, or first we have to select, or we have to identify the longest carbon chain, so in the given molecule, and which is also called as the parent chain. Second one, the number is done in such a way that the branched carbon atom get the lowest possible number, right? So you can observe the branching here. So here in this case, I can number from this side also, 1, 2, 3, 4 from reverse, or I can number from this side also, right? So left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I number from left to right, the CS3 group, which is branch, will come to the second position. If I number from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will come to the third carbon atom. But according to rule, what is that? So the carbon atom which must gets the lowest possible number in case of branching. If there is any branching, the branching must get the nearest carbon atom number, or it must get the lowest possible number. So therefore you can here in this example, particularly in this example, you can number from 1, 2, 3, 4, because at second position the branching takes place. You cannot number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, because the branching or the CH3 group which is attached, so that will come to the third carbon atom. Further we'll see in the examples, right? Third one, the name of the alkyl group attached as a branch are then prefixed to the name of the parent alkene, and the position of the substituent is indicated by the appropriate number, right? So the position of the substituent, so that can be indicated by an appropriate number. This particular, that is second carbon, there is an attachment of CS3. Here if you observe, in the second carbon there is an attachment of CS3 as well as CS2, and at the fourth carbon atom that is a attachment of CS3. The position of the carbon atom which has taken a branching or which has branched must be indicated by an appropriate number, right? So if different alkyl groups are present, they are listed in the alphabetical order. If in case of ethyl and methyl are present, so first we have to mention the ethyl, because E comes alphabetically first and methyl, M comes alphabetically next. So therefore, if different alkyl groups are present in an same molecule, say example in the first case, so that is methyl group and another one is the ethyl group. So here what happens, the ethyl is given preference first because E comes alphabetically first, and in case of methyl, so that is M alphabet comes after E. So therefore according to the third rule, in different alkyl groups are present if in case of molecule or in a given example they are listed in an alphabetical order. That is the third rule. Fourth one, if two or more identical substituent groups are present, then the number is separated by commas. Right? So if the same group is attached at the second position and third position, you have to mention the second position as well as third position with the help of commas. Right? So 2, 3 at the second position also, at the third position also. So therefore you have to mention it as 2, 3. If it is present at 2, 3 and 4th position, you have to mention it as 2, 3, 4 like this. Right? So that is the fourth rule. If two or more identical means the same substituent groups are present, then the number are separated by the commas. Their number, the position of that carbon atom, that number is separated by the commas, right? And the name of the identical substituent are not repeated. You should not name the name of the substituent. Instead, the prefix. If there are 2, we have to use di. If there are 3 same substituent, we have to make it as tri, or you have to use tri. And if there are 4, you have to make it as tetra. And if there are 5 substituent of same kind, we must use penta, 6 hexa. Like this we must use, right? So there is no any chance of a repetition of the same molecule. There is a name of the same molecule, but the most important thing is you can convert those into, if there are 2, you can use di, 3 tri, 4 tetra. Already you know that one. 5 there is penta, 6 and hexa, right? So like this you must count the substituent of the same kind which are present in the complete molecule. Okay, the fifth rule is, if 2 or more substituents are found in an equivalent position, the lower number is given to the one coming first in the alphabetical order, right? So if 2 or more substituents are present in an equivalent position or in the lowest number, so is given to the one coming in for alphabetical order, first in the alphabetical order. So in alphabetical order, so which group comes first, so that is named first, and alphabetically which comes second, so that should be named in the second, or that should be given the second preference or the next preference. Okay, the last rule is, in cyclic compound they are named by prefixing cyclo to the corresponding straight chain alkane, right? So in case of a cyclic compound, that is a ring formed compounds, so those are generally used by prefixing. Prefixing means before the name they must, or we must use the cyclo. Cyclo is used as a prefix and to the corresponding straight chain alkanes, right? So it may be straight chain alkane. When it is converted into cyclic form, then we must use the prefix as a cyclo, right? So we'll see some of the examples related to these 6 rules for the nomenclature of branched chain hydrocarbons. So if you take an example, take one example here, that is CH3, CH, CH2, CH, CH3. Here there is attachment of CH3 and here there is attachment of CH3, right? So observe here. So here in this case, first we have to identify the parent chain, right? So parent chain is nothing but the longest chain or the main chain. Here the parent chain or the main chain is this one. This acts as a parent chain because it is in the straight chain. And if you go from here 1, 2, 3, this is the short chain, right? If you go like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is also short chain, right? So you can take like this also, right? So 1, 2, 3, this is also short chain. So therefore the CS3, CH, CS2, CH and CS3. So this is an straight chain and you can number according to rule. So the branching must get the near value. You can number from this side also. If you number from this side 1, 2, the second position the branching comes. So here also same. If you number from this side also, the branching comes again same. So therefore we can take from any of the side. Number from 1. This is the first carbon atom. This is the second carbon atom. This is the third carbon atom, fourth carbon atom, and this is the fifth carbon atom, right? So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. And observe here, at the second position there is an attachment of CS3 group, and at the fourth position there is an attachment of CS3 group, right? So observe, the both the position has to be mentioned. So according to rule 3, the substituent which are present in the both the position, they must be mentioned with the help of commas. The numericals must be mentioned with the help of commas. That is, second position there is an attachment of CS3 group, comma. Even fourth position also there is an attachment of, that is CS3 group. which means there are two CS3 group, right? So if there are two CS3 group, we must use the word di, right? So therefore that is 2 4 di. So this is a methyl group, both are methyl group, so I will take it as a methyl. And 1 2 3 4 5, if there are 5 carbon atom in a straight chain, and it is called as pentane. Very simple, right? So we have utilized all the 6 rules, right? So if you get confused, once again rewind this video and observe all the 6 rules which I have explained are very important for the identification or the nomenclature of the organic compound. Once again I'll explain. The first rule is you must observe or you must identify the parent chain, or which is called as the longest chain, right? And second one is we have to mention or the number the carbon atoms in such a way that the branching or the branched carbon atom must get the least number. So in this example you can number from both side, because here also CS3 will get the second position if you come from right to left, or if you come from left to right. So here also CS3 will get the second position. So therefore you can come from the either side. This is 1 2 3 4 5, right? And second position there is an attachment of CS3 group, and the fourth position there is an attachment of CS3 group, right? So there are two CS3 groups and we cannot use 2, we must use di according to the third rule and the fourth rule. And here if you observe, second position and fourth position are mentioned with the commas, and there are two methyl group, therefore I have used the term here dimethyl pentane, because there are 5 carbon atoms. It consists of 5 carbon atoms, so therefore it is called as pentane. We'll see one more example here. CH3 C, CH3 CH3 CH2 CH CH3 and CH3, right? So there is one example. If you observe here, so if you come from this side, again you have to number the carbon atom, and this is the longest chain, right? So this is the longest chain because it consists of 1 2 3 4 and again 5 carbon atoms. And if you number from this side, there is only attachment of one CS3 group. If you number from this side, at the second carbon there is attachment of 2 CS3 groups, so therefore I can number from this side also. So 1, so this second position, this third position, fourth carbon atom and the fifth carbon atom, right? So second rule is numbering the carbon atoms. And here at the second position, here it is CS3 group, here also it is CS3 group, and the fourth position is also the same CS3 group. So therefore there are 3 CS3 group, means if there are 3 means we will call it as tri. So therefore at second position is there, and again one at the second position, another is also at the second position, therefore it is called as 2 2, because at the second position there are 2 CS3 group, that is 2 2, that is 4. Even at fourth position also the same group CS3 group is present, so therefore I can use a tri, because there are 3 groups, right? CS3 CS3 and CS3, 3 CS3 groups are there, so therefore it is termed as all are methyl, that is trimethyl. So again the total number of carbon atoms are 5, so that is termed as pentane, right? So by using all these 6 rules we can name the organic compounds like this. It's very simple. Okay, we'll go to one more example. CH3 CH CH2 CH, and there is attachment of CS3 here, again there is attachment of CS3 here. Okay, observe this third example. Here the parent chain is this, so this acts as a parent chain, so I can number from this side, because at the first position there is a branching, I can number from this side. So therefore this is the first carbon atom, second carbon atom, third carbon atom and fourth. If you number from this side, you will get the branching at the second position. So therefore, so we have to number from the right to left, right? So the main rule is, according to the second rule, so the number must be given in such a way that the branching must get the nearest possible number that branching molecule or that compound should get, right? So therefore that is in first position there is an attachment of CS3, and third position also there is an attachment of CS3, right? So after the identification of the main chain, that is called as a parent chain. So we have numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So there are 4 carbon atoms in a straight chain. We'll call it as butane. And here if you observe, there are 2 methyl groups at first position as well as the third position. So therefore 1, 3. 1, 3, that is dimethyl butane, because there are 4 carbon atoms. We know that if there are 4 carbon atoms present in a molecule, it is termed as butane, right? So like this we have to nomenclature the given organic compound. Even in exam also they may ask 1 marks, they will give us the compound and they will ask identify the IUPAC name or how to mention the nomenclature for this given molecule. They may ask 1 marks question for this, right? So and we are talking about the cyclic compounds, the last rule. So here if you observe, in cyclic compounds they are named by prefixing the cyclo to the corresponding straight chain alkanes. For example, if I take this compound in a cyclic form, it is called as cyclopentane because it consists of 5 carbon atom, that is carbon atom CH3, CH2, 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 CH3, like this. Consists of 5 carbon atom. Okay. Similarly, if you take hexane, that is cyclohexane, right? So if it is in the ring form, we must use the prefix that is before the term, that is cyclo is used. There is carbon bonded with, right? So 6 carbon atoms which were in the straight chain that have converted into a ring form, right? So therefore the word cyclo must be used in the cyclic compounds as a prefix. So you can convert that into the straight chain also, you can convert that into the ring form. Whenever you convert that into the ring form, you must use the prefix, that is the term which is used before is called as prefix to the straight chain. So therefore it is hexane, in the cyclic form it becomes cyclohexane. So here it is pentane, in the cyclic form it will become cyclopentane. Like this we have to name the given organic compound. Okay, further if we go for the nomenclature of organic compound having functional groups, right? So in case of organic compounds having functional group, again there are 2 rules. One is the longest chain of the carbon atom containing the functional group is numbered in such a way that the functional group which is attached to the carbon atom possessing the lowest possible number in the given chain, right? So which means here the number is done in such a way that whatever might be the functional group which is attached to the main chain or which is called as the parent chain, so it must get the lowest possible number, right? And the order of decreasing priority of some functional group, right? So decreasing priority of some functional group is given in the form of COOH, right? SO3H, COR, R is the alkyl group, and COCl, CONH2, CN, CH double bond O, carbonyl group, hydroxyl group, NH2 group, that is C double bond C or C triple bond C. Right? So any kind of functional group which might be attached to the straight chain or the parent chain, that is the longest chain. So the number is given in such a way that it must get the lowest possible number, right? So here in the first example, if you observe, there is CH3, CH2, CH and CH3. This is the longest chain or the parent chain. So I cannot number from here 1, 2, 3, 4 because the OH group which acts as a functional group, we will get the third carbon atom. So therefore I have to number in the reverse way. So therefore if you number like this 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here the second position there is attachment of OH. If you come from this side, the third position there is attachment of OH. Therefore, so according to the rule here, if you observe the functional group whatever it might be, so it must get the lowest possible number. So therefore 1, 2 at the second carbon atom there is the attachment of OH. Therefore the nomenclature become butane 2 all, right? That is alcoholic group. So we'll use that as a short form all. At second position there is the attachment of alcoholic group, that is butane 2 all here also. the first position, the first carbon atom, there is an attachment of, right? So ethane, right? So therefore it is butane 1-ene, but 1-ene. It is termed as but 1-ene. Here if you observe, here also I can nomenclature. So the nomenclature given by with the help of rules. So you cannot come from this side 1, 2, 3, 4 because third carbon there is an attachment of NH2. So I have to number from this side 1. So this is the second carbon atom, third carbon atom, and this is the fourth carbon atom. So therefore here what happens at the second carbon, that is the attachment of NH2, right? So therefore that is 4 carbon atom means that is butane to amine, right? So there is an attachment of NH2 group, so therefore it is termed as amine, that is butane to amine. So like this the nomenclature is given even in case of organic compounds having any kind of functional group. So further if you go with the nomenclature of substituted benzene compounds, substituted benzene means the benzene which is bonded with the different compounds are generally called as substituent, or if there is an attachment of any kind of substituent, it is generally called as a substituted benzene, right? So there are two rules in the nomenclature of a substituted benzene. So first one is in trivial name or in a common system, the nomenclature is termed as ortho, meta and para, which are used as a prefix to indicate the position of the substituent, right? So any kind of substituent, its position is given in the form of ortho, meta and para. But in UPAC system, right? So trivial is generally called as common system, and in IUPAC system, the position is or the position of the substituent is mentioned with the numericals, right? So first we'll understand what are the positions which are present in the benzene ring, right? So if you take benzene, observe carefully. So if I take a benzene, so there is an attachment of a parent substituent here. We'll call it as a parent substituent which is attached to this, right? And this position is called as ortho position. This position is called as a meta position, and this position is generally called as a para position, right? So there are three different positions here. So whenever you consider the parent substituent, for example, if there is an attachment of any groups like this X, right? So this position and this position, right? So this position which is next to the parent substituent is called as ortho position, or it is termed as O, right? So the next position to the ortho position, that is called as a meta position, and this is termed as M. And which is exactly opposite to the parent substituent, so that is called as a para position, and that is termed as P. And this is also, this are also same, right? So this is also a meta position, this is also ortho position, right? So this is also O position, and this is also M position, and this acts as a para position, right? So which means the benzene ring consists of 2 ortho position, 2 meta position and 2 para position. So therefore remember, for the parent substituent, the first substituent which the first position which is directly attached is called as ortho. The next to that comes the meta, next to that comes para, in this fashion or in this clockwise direction, right? The first position to the parent substituent is called as ortho, second is called as meta, and third one is called as para. But in case of IUPAC, this is in case of common naming, the position in case of common name. But in case of IUPAC name, we cannot use this ortho, meta and para. So that time we have to use this position like 1, 2, 3 like this, right? So ortho, meta, para are used in the form of 1, 2, 3. And these two rules are very important. In common system, we must use ortho, para and meta. So in IUPAC, we must use 1, 2, 3. So both are the positions of substituent. Both are the positions of substituent, right? So observe here, once again I will read out both the rules. In a trivial system or in a common system, the nomenclature are termed, right? So like ortho, meta and para, which are used as a prefix to indicate the position of the substituent. But in IUPAC system, we cannot use this ortho, meta and para. We must use those positions. We must term those positions with the help of the numericals. After seeing some of the examples, we'll clear both the rules, right? So if we take the first example, there is an attachment of bromine and bromine to the benzene ring. Attachment of bromine and bromine, right? So in common name, what happens? If you take this as a parent chain, that is parent substituent or the main substituent to this substituent, this acts as a ortho position, because we know that if you take this as a parent substituent, so this next position acts as a ortho position. So therefore I can take it as O means ortho. This short form of ortho, that is O dibromobenzene. I have used the word di because there are two bromines, that is bromobenzene. Complete is benzene. 2 dibromo, that is ortho O, di means 2 bromobenzene. Right? So here if you observe, at the meta position there is attachment of Br, that is M dibromobenzene. Right? So here if you observe, it is para dibromobenzene. For this parent chain, so there is an attachment at the exact opposite position, that is called as P, that is para dibromobenzene. But in IUPAC what happens? We cannot use the O and M and P. So therefore it is termed as 1, 2. We can number like this 1, 2. You can number like this also 1, 2. Like this also you can number. So therefore that is 1, 2 dibromobenzene. Just we have to show the position. Again the name is same. Name is almost same. But the position in case of common name is given by ortho, meta and para. But in case of IUPAC, that is UPAC system, it is named as numericals or in terms of number. Here if you observe, first position, third position, there is attachment of Br. So therefore that is 1, 3 dibromobenzene. So in the third example, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can number from this also 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like this also. There is 1, 4 dibromobenzene. If you take another examples here, so there is an attachment of, these all are examples for IUPAC. So if you observe here, so the first position there is an chlorine molecule, and second position, so this is termed as the first position, this is termed as the second position, this is termed as the third position, and this is termed as the fourth position. So therefore 1 chloro, at first position there is a chlorine, and second and fourth position there is a nitro group. So since nitro groups are 2, it is called as a dinitrobenzene, right? So we will write separately here the same example, right? So this is a benzene ring, this is Cl, NO2 and NO2, right? Like this the given molecule is present. So therefore if you observe, this is the first position, second position of the carbon atom, right? So these are carbon atoms, right? So this is the third carbon atom, this is the fourth carbon atom, this is the fifth one, this is the sixth one. So therefore at first position there is a chloro group, 1 chloro, and second position as well as fourth position. There is no substituent at the third position, directly will go for the fourth position, 2, 4, right? So there are 2 NO2 group, dinitrobenzene. Dinitrobenzene. Right? So if you observe here in this example, right? So there is an attachment at the second position. So this is taken as the first position, this is second position, this is third position, and this is the fourth position. So therefore at the second position there is a chloro. So in case of IUPAC you have to go with the alphabetical order. The chloro comes first, comparatively methyl. Methyls come next because M comes next after C alphabetically. Therefore you must go alphabetically. Second position there is a chloro, first position there is a methyl, and fourth position there is a nitro group, and further completely there is a benzene ring. So therefore, so 2 chloro, 1 methyl, 4 nitrobenzene. Similarly, third example, if you observe here, 4 ethyl, E comes first before the methyl. So therefore, fourth position there is an ethyl group, that is 4 ethyl. At the second position there is a methyl group. Second position there is a methyl group, and it is aniline. Benzene which is substituted with the NH2 group, it is completely called as aniline. So therefore 4 ethyl, 2 methyl, aniline. Similarly, if you take the last example, here what happens? 3, 4 dimethyl phenol, right? So benzene ring which is bonded with. So this is the benzene ring which is bonded with OH. So this is generally called as phenol, right? So this name is phenol, and benzene ring which is bonded with NH2, right? So here in this example we have seen, right? So that is called as aniline. That is called as aniline. For this example, there is an attachment of CH3 group here and there is an attachment of CH3 group here, right? So therefore it is called as 3,4. Observe here, 3,4 dimethyl phenol, right? So this is the first position. You can number like this. This is the first position, second position, third position. So therefore it is, sorry, so this is the second position, this is the third position, and this one is the fourth position. 1, 2, 3. This is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, and sixth carbon, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So therefore it is third position and fourth position, there is a methyl group, that is 3, 4 di, because there are two methyl group, right? So dimethyl phenol, because the benzene ring which is bonded with OH group is called as phenol, right? So like this, the nomenclature of organic compounds can be given, right? So this is very important, and definitely one question will be for your annual examination. If you have any doubts, so go through this video twice or thrice, and because this is very important even for your CET as well as NEET examination also, right? So we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class. Thanks for joining.